Hey guys, and thanks for joining us. Well, we have people in the chat already, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so welcome to Nerd to Know Media. My name is Darragh O'Connor, and I'm joined by the one, the only Lisa from Straight Out Canto. Lisa, what's up?
Hey, Venus Devilo / Straight Outta Canto here. Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. Yeah, it's you know what, right? It's crazy because like I love Halloween, you love Halloween. Obviously, I think we all love Halloween, but
Yeah,
it's like for me a big thing every year is watching the Simpsons Halloween specials. So when
yeah,
you said that was
yeah.
an idea, I'm like, oh my god, that's gonna be fun. Um, so yeah, look in the chat there we can see everything you guys write if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube or like that. So let us know what you guys think or comments of what we're going to be watching, and we have some stream keys to give away as well. So I have like probably 80 stream keys just sitting there. So I'm going to give away 5 today. Yeah, if they're warranted. I'm going to give away 5 stream keys because you got to work for them. No one gets them
And
for
a
free.
200-word essay with
Absolutely.
diagrams of why you deserve those stream keys.
You got to show your work. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a watch along of 3 Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episodes, curated by myself. But you know, it was really hard to do. So we picked the first one, we picked the 7th one, and we picked the most recent one, which I had on my hard drive, which was
So it may not be the most recent one.
no, because the most recent one is coming out like the end of the week, I think, or tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently it's pretty good. It's it's season 31. I actually saw the one from last year, like
really?
20 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
And it was really good. It was like a parody of Jurassic Park.
But what's Halloweeny about that? See, that's in the olden days. They used to be even the parodies that they used to do in the olden days were at least horror or Halloween related parodies. Nowadays, it's just let's just rip off something off HBO or Hollywood, and I'm like, that's not Halloween.
That's fair. But still, I still like it. And you know, okay. So what I have over in the side corner there, I have a screen that's going to play it. Now, YouTube is incredibly aggressive with its takedown. So that's why we're not able to like show it, but we're gonna try. And if the stream goes down on YouTube, this is why. So this is kind of the best way that I've seen to do it, where you guys have to keep up with what we're watching without actually showing you everything. So I've tried to make the screen as possible, as small as possible, there. So that's what we're gonna be doing. But yeah, so we're gonna Lisa, which one did you actually want to start with? Because this is your show.
Okay, so basically, I think we should start with the first one because that kind of launched everything, and I think it kind of sets the tone, and then I think we should watch them kind of in order as they go on, just so we can kind of see the general decline chronologically.
But I don't know. I wouldn't say like it's declined because we've been covering the series as a whole, and we kind of stopped. We're probably going to go back because of lockdown, but well, it depends. We'll have to see. But and nothing's happening in the world, so we might as well like watch The Simpsons. Like,
yeah,
so that's
I know.
But yeah, so the first one actually happened not on the first season of The Simpsons, which surprised us initially when we were like watching it. We're like, "There's no Treehouse of Horror. This is weird." It wasn't until the second season that the first Treehouse of Horror appeared, and it was first broadcast on the 25th of October. 1990.
Older than me.
Yes, but younger than me, sadly, because I am old. It sucks. But yeah, so the first installment, season 2, and it was written by the big wigs here. This was when it was still kind of fun, and it's obviously this kind of started off the 3-segment approach. So there's Bad Dream House, which is a parody of Poltergeist and the Amp of Horror. Hungry Are the Damned, which is a parody of To Serve Man. And The Raven, which is literally just The Raven. So here we have in the chat from I's Eternal Era. Sup, Darragh, sup, Venus. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining us.
Hi, I know who that is. Hey, Cormac.
Yeah, and he's joined. He's on Twitch, so thanks very much.
Woo! Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. So yeah, like what I'd recommend, guys, if you're watching this, have your copy of Treehouse of Horror up. So go to season 2, episode 3, and you'll be able to pull it up there and watch it as we're kind of watching it as well. It is over on the side of the screen, but it's hella small and it's going to have no sound. So you'll probably have more fun pulling it up another way, because this is the best we can do without YouTube taking us down. So yeah, so here we go. We're going to start it up. So here we go, guys. The first Treehouse of Horror. All right, so Marge is showing up on this, and she's kind of giving her speech. I know I miss
Hitchcockian intro.
Oh, well, I miss the speeches that they used to give in the Simpsons.
They were cool, weren't they?
They were cool, yeah. It was kind of like
set the tone.
Well, it kind of definitely made it seem more different than just this is just an episode of The Simpsons. You know,
and it grabbed attention.
Yeah, well, there were like it's when you watch, you know, I may or may not, for educational purposes, of course, got these through various sites, and when you're watching them in that order,
yeah.
You're like, okay, cool, you got the normal intro, and then bang, whoa, this is different. But there's a whole pack of them as well, which you can get, obviously, theoretically for educational purposes, where they actually have them all in order, and it's like you're watching a totally different show. Yeah, but I like the way this is like. So
zooming in on the treehouse.
But I always thought the first one was the party, you know, where they're all having the party. Yeah. And it wasn't. That. It was literally during the treehouse, which is why it's called the Treehouse of Horror, I suppose. But sure, this is it. So this is like Lisa and Bart in the treehouse telling stories, and it's
nice nod to the old Video Nasty. I actually can't remember what it's called. With the calls coming from the house, and it's like, have you checked the children? Terrifying Video Nasty from the 80s.
Just play the damn orange. I mean, episode. Yeah, well, we're playing it. You have to follow. You have to follow up with us. So here, Bad Dream House has just started here. So this is Bart's first story.
This terrified me as a child, like proper nightmares.
Oh, it's
nightmares. Even now, I'm.
It's like it's one of the most atmospheric episodes of The Simpsons that they have. It's
very intense in parts for a children's show.
Yeah, it's way too like, it's way too on the nose with its like horror. Like
yeah.
I don't. Here's a question actually. So when you saw this first, did you see the movie Poltergeist?
Oh no, it would have been this first. Oh no, because I would have only been like 3 or 4 or something like that when I would have first seen this. So I saw this first, so I had no context. I'm just a child seeing this blind, and I'm seeing like, oh, your house can talk to you and make your walls bleed, and I'm like, wow, this is a new level of fear.
I was the same. I think I obviously saw this one first, and the first horror movie I saw was The Shining.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the first horror movie I saw was The Exorcist, then The Shining. And The Exorcist messed me up badly.
How old were you though? That's a good question for our listeners out there. What was the first horror movie you saw?
Yeah, absolutely. I was 8. So what was your first horror movie, guys, in the chat? And how old were you? So, actually, yeah, and then I saw The Shining when I was about 9. And but yeah, it took me years to watch the Ample Horror and the Poltergeist as well. But like, I don't know, this kind of animation as well just was so atmospheric, because it's properly season 2, and it's still kind of grounding it into like, this is The Simpsons.
Yeah.
But you have like proper scares.
Yeah, like I love how Homer's just determined to, like, no matter what, he got a good bargain, they're staying there.
Well, it's a joke that as a kid you're like, oh, he's been a jerk, and then as an adult you're like,
I get it.
I get this.
I get it.
I get this. You know, I'd probably try stick it out too, to be fair.
Well, you know, in Japan, if you're willing to live in a haunted house, the government will give you a house for free.
Really?
Yeah, in Japan, it's their new initiative to use up kind of like fill some of the vacant buildings. But the catch is they're haunted, so if you're willing to live in a haunted house for free, yeah, in Japan.
Well, Japanese is hella haunted. Actually, I finally watched that movie Shudder. It's not good.
Oh, that's actually Thai.
Yeah.
It's the American remake with Jake Gyllenhaal is actually gas crack.
I haven't seen.
It's actually better.
Well, yeah, but the remake is based in Japan, and it's, I don't know, it didn't pull me in as much as I thought it would. But that's kind of the premise. Yeah, that's kind of. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
The knife fight.
Ooh,
Oh
that
man,
was horrible.
yeah. As a kid, this was like,
Die,
everybody
everybody die. Oh, I hated that.
And then you have your Exodus reference. I love this like screw the audience thing with marriage.
Yeah.
Where they're like, you think marriage is going to involve in it?
Sandwich. Yeah, no, this is just really dark. Like, you couldn't get away with this nowadays. And even little Maggie with the baby knife.
Yeah, but I would argue this is less worse than what they did with Maggie, where she shoots people randomly.
Yeah. That's too much mayonnaise on that sandwich. I don't care what anybody says.
I love our line where it's like, we've had our problems before, but knife fights is where I draw the line. It's like, okay. Oh man, poor Marge. Poor Marge. But like, you have to, I don't know. So this is like the most obvious Poltergeist part of the story.
Yeah.
Here, with the Indian
Pocahontas, Geronimo, Tonto, Sacagawea, Not So Crazy Horse. Great names on them.
This call is great as well. It's just like, he says he mentioned it 3 or 4 times. Oh, it's so good.
That's not my recollection.
Oh, okay. So how much money do you think a house like this would have cost the Simpsons, like for Homer to move into? Because like, it's been established that like Homer has these, like, he has a fair amount of money, but they're always kind of struggling as well. So like, how much money do you think they saved on this?
I'd say about maybe they got it like for 50 grand or something like that.
That would make sense.
Maybe even less. It's the 90s.
So here's a story for you, right? When I went over, and for the listeners, when I went over to America a couple of years ago, we went to New York, and the guy who worked in the hotel was like, "Oh, hey, I used to live in Amityville." It's like, what?
Oh,
and he's like, yeah, and he lived like down the road from the Amityville house. So it was just like,
spooky.
No, I would not live in that house.
No, haunted house. It's really freaky to pass.
Yeah, like a haunted house, fair enough, but not the Amityville house, I love the way
it freaked me out.
Yes, same with the walls. Yeah.
Do the wall thing. Do the wall thing.
No.
Who voices him, by the way?
James Earl Jones. He's in every. He's in every segment in this one. So Darth Vader. That's it.
I didn't know that was Darth Vader.
Yeah, James Earl Jones. Yeah.
Wild.
Well, he's the voice of Darth Vader, not actually the actor who played him.
Yeah. Oh, that's mad.
So the Simpsons leave.
Here we go.
And then he has time to think it over, and then
deliberating. Deliberating. What choice do I have? Kaboom! Just like implode yourself.
So destroy yourself instead of living with the Simpsons.
I always felt bad for them when I was a kid. I was like, "Where's their stuff? Where's their stuff?"
I love the way Homer's just giving up on the costume now. He's like, I'm just gonna listen. That always grossed me out as well.
Yeah.
Still does.
I love their cute. You can see on their decorations. It's those really weird little pin jointed ones. They're
that
so
they had
cute.
from years ago. Yeah.
Oh god, that's.
You remember the skeleton? Remember the 90s skeleton that had those things?
Yes.
So this is weird, right? This is Hungry as the are the Damned, right? So this is like the first introduction of Kang and Kodos, or Kang and Kodos. But it really strikes me as like an episode, like a season 5 one. It doesn't feel like a season 2.
It's so advanced.
It's so advanced, yeah. I love this. This is something my dad would do. We're just spraying it on.
That's what I do in the kitchen since I learned cooking over lockdown. Just pour like a whole thing of oil over everything.
Oh my god!
Set it on fire.
No, it's the smallest amount of oil as you can.
No. Flagrante. Oh,
the
great
color,
shot.
The color, actually, I think that's the first kind of like zoom in The Simpsons. Like the way this was shot and colored as well. It's just it's so amazing.
It's even a nod to the zoom in and Jaws.
Yes,
that's a little nod to that.
Like, it's weird, right? So this story is based on a Twilight Zone episode. Still haven't seen it, right? So the Twilight Zone episode is The Serve Man. And you would notice this a lot. where they'd have the Twilight Zone episodes. Have you seen this? Have you seen it, or is this?
No. I'm just listening.
Say, I haven't seen it either. This is not my. But some of the Twilight Zone episodes I have seen, it's like, oh, that's what they were doing. So it's like, I love the way. I think that's what they're missing. Like, just riffing on the Twilight Zone. So basically, the plot here is the Simpsons are going to be taken to Rigel 5. Or Rigel 4, sorry. And the world of infinite delights for a feast. But they haven't been told that they might be the feast.
I love how the design still isn't quite right, because in the later series, Kang and Kodos are more elongated. Here they're quite bulbous, and the voices aren't. They haven't quite mastered them yet.
I just love the way they're like, dinner time. just the way they keep saying it is just so funny.
His voice scared me when I was a child.
Who's the third? Yeah, who's the third one? Because we never really see.
Never again. I think he's like Gershok, the preparer, or something like that with the food.
It's just the two of them. Actually, they do give the name, don't they?
Marge is so easily impressed.
Huh.
Question for the listeners: If you were there, what meal would Kang and Kodos be making you?
That's a good question.
Spice bag. For me.
I didn't have a spice bag until like 2 years ago. I didn't even know they were a thing.
Oh.
But they are quite amazing.
Yeah, they're the best thing ever. Apparently you can make your own. Tesco have like this Chinese 5-spice thing. You can just put over potatoes and make your own spice bag.
Really?
Yeah. Chinese 5-spice.
Okay. Oh, I love the way they the Pong is so good. Pong. They just insult them with their Pong. I actually saw the original Pong machine in London a while ago.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they have it in the Science Museum. You're like, oh man,
how
that's so cool.
Big was it?
Oh, ridiculous. Yeah. But it is pretty cool to like see it, you know.
Oh yeah.
I love the way they have it. I love the way they have it connected up still.
Your game is very nice. Because that's not sketchy at all.
And we wouldn't see Rigel 4 for years, would we? It wouldn't be until
I think we finally saw it in like a recent enough episode that wasn't actually good.
Yeah, that was the Avatar one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not good.
Oh, he's just sinister, like.
Well, this is like another like screw the audience, where it's like everything points to them actually going to eat them. You know, it's like Mr. Simpson.
Homer is a gourmand. Oh, here we go. Know it all, Lisa. Ruining the fun for everyone.
The reaction on Lisa going, what is this? Just hooking into spaghetti. To be fair, like, spaghetti's the best thing in the world.
Oh god, yeah. I've recently discovered how to make really good pasta.
Yeah.
Put cheese on it. My family. And he's still eating while this is happening. Oh.
She should have known. She should have known, though, to play the word placement. There was more to come.
I know.
Yeah. They're serious.
He's crying. Sumptuous. I slaved in the kitchen for days.
Xerox the preparer.
Xerox the preparer.
To be fair, they got home very quick, unless that was like the most awkward like couple of weeks
God,
ever.
yeah.
Imagine that you're halfway there.
Marge is quite sassy in this.
That's who that voice is as well. That's James Earl Jones also doing the voice for the aliens.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I think they have someone else doing the voice going forward. But yeah, that makes sense. Crazy.
Oh no, Bart's in trouble. Help, help.
I missed this is what the current season. There's no like true line in the current Simpsons at all. It's just like random stuff happens.
Yeah.
He missed the kids just being kids, you know?
That's it, isn't it? There always has to be some You won't learn anything.
The Raven. Okay, another question. Did you know what the Raven was before this?
Before this? No, this was my first ever introduction to Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, and it was like a highly life-defining moment.
I think everyone in our generation is pretty similar, where you learn all this stuff from The Simpsons, and then you're like, oh, that's what that was.
But realistically, Edgar Allan Poe is like a really, really old, dead poet. Today's children would have absolutely no interest in sitting still and listening to something like this, you know, or the majority wouldn't, you know, unless it was like a 10-second video on TikTok, you know.
You see, that's the thing. What I like this because, like, one, it's shot really cool and the animation's fantastic, but also they just kind of go for it. They don't like they don't change it up or anything. I also love the way they have to add in an extra frame for her hair.
I love that. It's sight gags like that.
It's brilliant.
And it's so authentic. And it's the fact that they were like, no, this is a children's show, but we're going to do something this cool and this literary shows. They weren't talking down to kids, you know. That's why I like The Simpsons. There was something for adults as well. Like,
it's so season 2, but also so beyond it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, so Miss Metal just chimed in there. I learned from my mom. Oh, wow, your mom showed you The Raven. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll admit this was my first exposure to Edgar Allan Poe too.
Yeah, I think it was everybody's in Ireland. In America, he'd be like their Seamus Heaney or W.B. Yeats or something. He's kind of on their curriculum. But
he was before Lovecraft. Lovecraft loved him as well, apparently.
Oh, Jesus Christ. If you ever read the short story The Outsider by H.P. Lovecraft, it's just the Mask of the Red Death.
That doesn't shock me. Doesn't shock me at all. He's like really literally Lovecraft would have had that, you know, that racetrack thing that Homer has. Where it's like him.
Oh, literally, the Thomas Edison. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yes. I think this role suits Bart perfectly. Being
Isn't
a jerk.
Great though.
Nevermore. Nevermore.
Keep my shirt. Such a cool musical motif throughout the whole thing as well.
I think it's added in with having James L. Jones just distinct voice, just basing the way through it, you know.
God, I'm melting. I love how it's just little Maggie and Lisa. There's a room for all of them in this. A role, I mean. The fact he does this all in Homer's actual voice is brilliant.
I would have loved to have seen the recording session.
Oh yeah.
That would have been cool.
It's like, you know, the way in Metalocalypse there's all those spin-off videos of Nathan Explosion, reading Shakespeare as Nathan Explosion.
Yeah.
Take thy form from off my door.
You really actually, what's on Amazon Prime now? I think you can see all the Metalocalypse. So
oh no way!
Yeah.
Ah, that confirms it then, because apparently you can only see the new Borat movie on Amazon Prime, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to sign up to another subscription thing, but you know what? If Metalocalypse is all on it, then I just will.
Well, the thing about Amazon Prime, it's like it's really cheap, and basically why I got it was if you do one big order from Amazon, like a month, it pays for itself because it's free shipping.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right.
Yeah. Oh, I love all the little nods here.
That's really good. I love it.
I'd say so.
I love the joke. I love like the little joke where it's like, they throw shade on the original Friday the 13th.
Little shit.
Poor Homer, terrified.
Oh.
You just hear him going.
Oh, but it's so nostalgic with his little homemade sheet costume and the way they have like the old decorations and the little pumpkin. Did you see the evil Krusty doll? That's totally a nod to the evil Krusty dolls to come.
Yeah, a bit of setup there, all right, for sure.
Yeah. Little eyes.
I love this. I love the way they wrap it all up.
Yeah.
At the end, it's so good.
I hate Halloween.
Nobody hates Halloween, and if they do, they're a liar. All right, guys. So that did it for the first episode. The first episode ever of the Twilight Zone left. Sorry, Treehouse of Horror. That was a Freudian slip there. But yeah, man, I think it's great. I it's not the best one, but it does have like some really, really good elements to it. And I don't know, I think it starts off really strong. Like you can see why it got so popular and why people love it, you know. Even like nowadays, like people who don't watch the Simpsons anymore will still watch the Treehouse of Horror. And it's because of all this nostalgia stuff. Now the next one we have coming up is probably one of my favorite ones. And when we were reviewing it in season 8 as well, we brought it up. It's Treehouse of Horror VII from season 8. And I wasn't gonna pick it. I was like, which one to pick? I was gonna put it up as a vote, but then I'm like, you know what? No, we're gonna go this one because obviously the US elections and stuff are coming up, and you had to pick it. Had to pick it. Also has an amazing one. It has Hubert, the Thing and I in it, and also Citizens, the Genesis Tube as well. So
yeah.
So we have 2 Twilight Zone references and then just an amazing kind of rib on the US political system. So
timely.
It is absolutely. And I always thought, I'm like, oh, we have to pick this one. Come on.
Oh yeah.
So this one dropped on the 27th of October 1996.
Oh.
Yep. And yeah.
Who in the chat is younger than this episode? Get out of the chat if you're younger than this episode.
I do not want to know that. But yeah. That will make me feel even more older. So, okay.
Okay.
Right, guys, if you're watching this, it's episode 8, season 8, episode 1. So the very first episode, and I think has been established as like the kickoff of the Simpsons. Every season would be Treehouse of Horror. That just kind of has how it is now. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna click play. So here we go. Opens up with the pumpkin. This didn't have a great.
It's on fire.
Yeah, it didn't have a great it's just like Homer just dies. Actually, the Real Gyms on YouTube, which is a great channel. If you guys are huge Simpsons fans, check out the Real Gyms. Yeah, and he does like whole things on the Simpsons. But he recently did like the top 20 episodes of Treehouse of Horror. And he also did Who Dies Most in Treehouse of Horror, and it's Homer that dies most.
Ah, yeah, of course.
Oh, well, so Miss Metal is younger than this episode. Wow.
Awkward.
Now, this freaked me out as a kid because I was like, are my parents hiding a twin in the attic?
You are the twin in the attic.
Because we don't have basements. I'm glad they did this in the attic. If this had been if this had been a basement story, I would have been like, well, we don't have basements, so it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, but everybody has an attic.
Everybody has attic, exactly.
Or some sort of upward space for hiding things.
Absolutely. Also, I love the way they like
fish heads.
Who has a bucket of fish heads just in the thing, and nobody goes, why are there fish heads in your fridge? What's going on?
Oh god, yeah, this thing with the vent. Oh, that is freaky. That's like it or something.
Well, like what? Okay, what was this? From my knowledge and from Wikipedia, this is like an original story that they did. It isn't like based on anything. It's just one of those kind of things. 3 nosy kids. You know what's crazy, right? This whole story takes place almost entirely inside the house. There's no cutaways.
Yeah.
It's like one of the only Simpsons episodes that happens in where there's no...
Oh, yeah.
They don't go anywhere else. It's just solely in the house.
Do anything else. Oh, Ringo Starr.
Yes, a guitar. Bart's guitar. And the B-Sharps merch.
Homer, I hardly knew ye. What else have we got? Oh.
So I can't believe they never like...
Oh, the Mary Worth phone.
Oh, it is. I never noticed that before. Good
Me
spot.
neither.
Good spot. It's like the way they still have that big head in the basement. That's been there. It's just always there. Like, I love this.
I love this gag.
Yeah.
Thrifty.
Terrified. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Oh, but it's left the house. That's okay.
Where did you get the claws from?
I know. I love her tone. Punches her in the face.
Hell it away. Oh, here we go. Dr. Herbert. Siamese twins.
He's just so like.
Oh yes, the 90s. I do love the way like it's still consistent with Simpsons lore, like, you know, where
isn't it though?
Yeah.
The presence of pure evil. Oh, I love how small Marge's hair is and how big Dr. Hibbert's is.
I also didn't get that joke until like 4 months ago. So it's just when we were like reviewing this, and I'm like, oh, that's what that means. Okay.
How did he never notice that?
Yeah,
this is real fourth wall kind, or not fourth wall. This is real like suspend disbelief stuff.
You really have to be like, Bart, you can't be that unobservant. Like, come on.
Stay home and tape the hockey game. Oh, you're here, aren't you? And of course he's in the one darkened room in the home building. I never left you.
But here's the thing though, right? So he has a choice to eat whatever he wants out of the fridge, and he still goes for the fish heads.
He's got Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah,
he's conditioned.
So it's like you could literally eat whatever you want, but you're gonna go for that.
He's probably never, like, to him, fish heads are probably all he's ever seen. So like other food probably looks foreign and gross to him.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
I've been practicing.
I made a pigeon rat. That's easy. Look.
That's fine.
To To be fair, that's good craft. That's good craftsmanship. It
no,
works.
They're both alive.
Yeah, exactly.
They just need to work out a good system. I love this bit. Oh my god.
Oh, this is where the meme comes from, guys. Prepare.
Huh?
He reminds me of Nelson in this.
Oh yeah, it's the brow.
And the voice as well. I think Nancy Cartwright just kind of went for like in between Bart and Nelson.
Yeah. Aww.
Oh.
Then that's clearly a case of nature versus nurture.
Well, he wasn't evil either. He was just, a bit disturbed. You're locked in an attic for like 8 years. 10 years.
Been disturbed. Suddenly it's Thanksgiving.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe
that's close enough. Turkey. Close enough.
Poor Bart.
They still didn't change his clothes. It's like he's still wearing rags. Come on. Poor Bart.
Just closes the thing on him.
Oh man. Okay, so the next one is the Genesis tub, and this one is brilliant. I actually thought that this was like when I was a kid. I was like, okay, maybe
this freaked me out with the Buzz Cola because I'm there like, shit, is this what Coke really does to your teeth?
Absolutely, yeah.
Do we though? Do we? Yeah.
You built a miniature city.
It's alive! I tell you, alive! Because there's a mold on it. Great.
Well, see, like, I don't know, the way, like, with this, your suspension disbelief of what would people have in their room. I would totally believe Lisa has, like, a high-powered...
Oh, God, yeah.
...in her room. Just create life. I love the way, like, for South Park fans, this is, like, reference. Simpsons did it, where, like, you have Seaman and Seaman.
Oh, God, yeah.
Sea people.
Oh, the sea people. I remember that.
Oh, that's brilliant. Huh. Where'd you get all that? Some guy. He made you suck it out of a hose, yeah.
It's the Renaissance.
The Renaissance. And the Reformation.
Lutherans.
Oh my god. I love this. This is great. Like the actual when they start going up and exploring, it's just incredible.
And did you say this was from a Twilight Zone or?
Yeah, apparently this is a Twilight Zone ripoff as well.
Grown yourself a friend. Finger slipped. Whoops, my finger slipped.
I was watching Real Jim talking about this actually. I'll tell you what, I will pop a link of that into the chat now because you guys have to see that if you're fans. And he was saying that so there you go. Oh wait. Unless that's the one we're watching. No, never mind, guys. Ignore. I'll pop a link in that now in a second. But yeah, basically the problem with it was, with this episode for him was we didn't get enough time with the society to feel anything.
Yeah.
So
they kind of had to show such a kind of a high-tech development. Like they have to show it over such a thousands and thousands of years of development in like a 4-minute episode or whatever.
So you don't really that's like you don't really have that kind of connection with them. So
his little eyes.
There's the link to the 20 greatest segments. You guys want to check that out. The second link, not the first one. The first one is just us again. He's such a jerk.
He's gonna flush an entire civilization. Oh, here we go.
I loved how incensed she becomes with this now. It big later.
Hey, Elisa, indeed.
We've learned to imitate you exactly.
Exactly.
Here's a question, right? If you build a small city, like a small society, and they did that to you, would you be annoyed or would you be like, well, all right, cool?
Really depends on the context. Like, if I knew about it, it'd be fine. But if I just stumbled upon it sometime, like, you know, walking through the woods and then suddenly there's a whole civilization dedicated to you, that'd be kind of freaky.
But, like, this is like a future society.
Oh, imagine though.
Yeah.
Because like when we're all dead and society kind of and civilization eventually kind of rebirths itself and starts again, they'll find all our stuff from today times and they won't know what it was. And then they'll be like, oh, let's attribute this, this, and this to it. Like, you know, like almost like the cargo cults. And then, you know, for all we know, one of us could be a god in the future. Or, you know, they could, oh, Pikachu. Ah! Really big learning machine.
Oh man, I love how sassy she is. She's like, I have no time for this.
Get me some shoes. Somebody get me some shoes.
Nice ones.
Oh, there's the spikes. Oh, no.
It's the devil. The devil is your brother?
How's that even science? That's out of keeping with Martin Prince though, because normally he'd be, you know, such a show off. She creates an entire like universe for a gift certificate.
Well, to be fair, she didn't. What she wasn't setting out to do. She was setting to show that
I suppose
that coke ruins your teeth. Oh, so here we go. And okay, yes. This is it. This is the reason why we're watching this one.
Hey, look, don't blame me. Okay, I voted for Kodos.
I voted for Kodos, exactly. Citizen Kang. So this is one that like you watch as a kid, and obviously when you're, you know, an Irish kid, you don't get all the references.
No idea what's going on.
So you're like, what's going
aliens.
On? Yeah, but then it starts getting funnier and funnier the older you get.
Sadly, yes. It's like on those claw machines in Bray.
The claw.
Oh God. Oh, I love this line.
Eat them.
We've reached the limits of what anal probing can teach us.
It's just like showing them. Go for it. Clinton.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird, right? So this came out, as I said, like on the 27th, right? So 3 days gone around this time in 1996, and the elections are just at that time. So it always so this actually makes sense why there's so many references to elections in Treehouse of Horror like all the time, because it's always topical, you know. Bob Dole don't like this.
I love this. I love the way he always refers to himself in the third person.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Is it new? It's weird, right? I miss the way the Simpsons used to do this. Like they stopped doing this after Clinton. They didn't do it during. They didn't really like give Bush a hard time. They never talked about Obama.
No,
ever.
There's clearly just something very parodiable about Bill Clinton.
There is, but you know, but there was so much there with Bush, and there was so much there with Obama, and you know, Trump. They're kind of going back with Trump, but like,
I think American Dad and Family Guy really took care of the whole Bush parody thing. The
Yeah, you're right.
Simpsons didn't
Actually,
need to do
you're
it.
right. You're right.
And
You're
I
right.
think Bush, is kind of just more scary than funny.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a
like
fair
the
point.
worst thing Bill Clinton did was just be like a shit husband,
It's rum.
Rum.
Oh, what a waste of rum.
I know. and he doesn't like, burn through the Earth's atmosphere or anything.
No. A TV that never appears again in the Simpsons house.
Yeah. Clinton. Well, Monica Lewinsky did.
Obey. I love that. You'll obey my frugal commands. Fantastic.
Poor Bart. He's so jaded.
There you go. Ain't that
Very
true? Yeah.
Simpsons predicted it.
Simpsons predicted it, exactly.
Election 2020.
A vomit in terror.
Terror.
Oh my god. This is brilliant. This is still, and it gets more and more true.
Boo! Boo! Yay!
A tactic that hasn't changed in 23 years.
We're exchanging long protein strands.
If you can find a more efficient way to do so, I'd like to hear it. Why does he have a random pen in his hand as well?
Oh, I never noticed that before, and that looks like a good gold Parker pen as well.
that's just weird. Dole Clinton about $5. Baseball. Twirling towards the future.
Oh, Marge is really into it there. She's like headphones.
I didn't realize they held such a high profile debate in Springfield. Take your stinking flag. Oh man.
A poorly concealed spaceship. Really?
Very relevant.
There, Mayo. What is a turd? What's a corn shoot? Who has one to begin with?
The one button you don't press. Oh, this is around the time Simpsons were big into like partial nudity as well.
Yes.
And space. But partial nudity also.
In the voting cubicle. He has to check his own badge to see what his name is.
For Dole.
Running down the stairs.
Shock horror.
Leather. He's right.
It's more relevant than ever. Like it's unbelievable.
Frighteningly so.
Yeah.
Inauguration day.
It's a scepter.
I just throw it at the crowd.
I love the way like they still have the spacecraft still just crashed into the House of Congress.
Don't blame me. I voted for
Kodos. Oh, and there we go again. There we go. Yeah, like that. That's what won the. That's what won the pardon the pun, the vote for me. When I was like, oh yeah, we have to pick one to go for. So yeah, well, like what so far, like we've seen the first one, and then like kind of like a good mid tier one. Like, what do you think changed, and why do you think why do you think they went that way?
I think it started off kind of originally they wanted it to be Halloween, spooky, fun, kooky, ooky, kind of Addams Family kind of thing. And then as it went on, and the world kind of changed, the Simpsons changed with it, and it became more about like parodying things and more about kind of being in tune with on the trend kind of pop culture references. And they kind of lost the heart of why they probably started doing the Halloween specials to begin with.
But they still kind of took risks, like, you know, that's the kind of thing. Like that episode kind of grabs that kind of change away from the spookiness, which actually, funny enough, it's in the one that we're going to watch next from 25, which has some really kind of dark moments in it, you know.
Yeah.
But what I think the best mixture is having that kind of horror element, but taking risks. Like when they do some weird stuff that you normally wouldn't see on a Simpsons episode. So like, I don't know. I still think it has merit, right? But guys, what do you think? Would you in the chat? Do you guys prefer a Simpsons that's more kind of like for these Halloween specials? Do you think it's better if they go for pure horror, or do you appreciate the random weird license to do whatever they want? Let us know. Okay, so the next one is the last one for this, and I do want to thank everyone in the chat and everyone watching. Thank you guys. Hope it was some fun anyway. We have this one from 2014, so it shows you how long it's been since I've allegedly got these episodes. But they are all on Disney Plus, to be fair, which is grand. But I'm not gonna bother me arse popping that up. So so this is episode 20 Treehouse of Horror 25 from 26th season, episode 4. Now what's interesting about this one is, right, so again we have Kang and Kodos, but they brought through the True line again. So this is all done through like opening segment where they kind of all pull it together. It's not just random segments again.
I don't even think I've seen this one ever.
This one is quite good. I do like it. It's a return to Stanley Kubrick, so they do a Stanley Kubrick reference. They have one where Bart goes to hell.
What?
Yeah, and then they do a parody of the movie The Others, which is actually quite good as well. So this one
I definitely haven't seen this.
Yeah, I know, this one is actually quite good. So let's so everyone who's following along at home, pull up season 25 and episode 2. We're gonna start it now, guys. So here we go. This is Treehouse of Horror 24.
A whole new one. Brilliant.
Oh, it's on. I'm just gonna.
I believe, yeah.
There we go. Actually, and here's what's interesting about this opening, right? This opening was done by Guillermo del Toro.
Ah, yes.
So there's
got your kaiju in the background.
Yeah, I have loads of references to like his past works. Also, there's a really Blade is in it too.
Hitchcock and the Birds.
They love Hitchcock. Oh, Stanley Kubrick reference. Second Stanley Kubrick reference.
Shining.
Stephen King.
It's actually Stephen King. I love Stephen King so much.
Hellboy. Double Hellboy reference.
Yeah.
And here's Blade, which is great. That's actually Blade 2 right there.
Oh, okay.
Blade 2
I
is
hate
so...
Mondays. Yeah.
I love Blade 2.
Oh, Lenny.
Old
I
Simpsons.
would still do that. Oh.
And this is Pan's Labyrinth.
Self-aware, of course. Of course it's Mr. Burns. This is the fairy cleaning. Lubricate my eyeballs, Smithers. Ew, praying mantis thing. Gerald.
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, the Phantom of the Operas.
Also, reference to Maggie and Cthulhu.
Yes. Here's good old Cthulhu.
There's Lovecraft and Poe. So it all comes... It's almost like we planned this, guys. It's almost like we planned this. And then the classic...
all the Universal monsters, yeah. Oh, Clyde Rains.
Is that Christine?
No.
Maybe?
It's just funny. Nosferatu.
And the freaks are there as well.
My face paint has like been bleeding into my eyes, so I can see partially. Devil's Backbone.
And then Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland, yeah.
And Futurama.
Hypno 2. And then isn't that the end of Pan's Labyrinth or something? Yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth is actually fantastic.
I haven't seen it in years.
I do. This intro is quite good. It's like...
That's really good, yeah.
Yeah. Starts off quite well and ends strong as well. Okay, so here we go. This is... Wait, hold on.
The places you'll go?
Hold on a second. I actually I messed this up. This is a different one altogether. But hey, we're gonna go with it. It's 25, not 24. So I'm gonna I'll just talk over it. It's fine.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, so hold on. I thought it was 24, but hey, it is what it is. So it's 25, and in this one, it's a Dr. Seuss parody, Dead and Shoulders, and then Freaks and Geeks. That makes sense. No, Freaks, no Geeks. So yeah, Dr. Seuss. Fair enough. We'll watch this one. So they have the mumps, and basically they can't. You can only eat one bit of candy, but it's like the fat and the spat. Is that what they say? That's what they call them.
Do you know what though? When I was a kid, I used to get really scared of the Dr. Seuss books.
Really?
Yeah, they were so weird and surreal, and everything was kind of the wrong color.
It's a thing that's not here, or the fat in the hat. That's what it is. See, it's not like my aunt is in America, and when we were kids, she'd read us the Dr. Seuss books, so we kind of grew up with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they are quite weird. Like compared to it's a very much an American thing. Yeah. But my sister loves Cat in the Hat, and I'm a big fan of the Lorax. So
I think I only like the Grinch, and that's it.
The Grinch is great. Yeah, the Grinch is really accessible, like rather.
Oh.
So basically Homer is like a psychotic Cat in the Hat in this one. The borax.
Oh, Amber Alert, okay.
Jump change. So this is one of the ones where they seem to just go for the violence rather than the horror. Yeah.
Oh,
that's dark.
Oh, little bird. Oh, so cannibalism.
Well, no, they're not birds necessarily. They're like who people.
So is this whole script entirely in rhyme?
Yeah.
And there's Horton.
Horton, exactly.
And the Grinch. Jesus, yeah.
He's just wearing them. Bart with Jim.
This is a bit more kind of
violent and dark.
Yeah, it's more nasty than funny.
Yeah. I do like that gum with a bubble line, though, to be fair.
The octuplets.
Department of Mom.
I had a beautiful dream where I was dead.
Nice nod to Anonymous there.
Yeah.
Animally insane. Yeah, so it's weird, right? So the one I planned for was actually better, but this one kind of is a good case study to show you, like, when they do it badly. You know? Like, as I said, like, this is just more kind of, like, violent than
There's
funny.
There's no heart in this.
No.
It's like they're going for shock rather than, than kind of, substance. No substance, just style.
That opening was class, though, to be fair.
Yeah, no faults there.
Yeah, the opening was amazing. Because, like, they've done, like, it's weird. The story of the Cat in the Hat is, like, it is what it is. Like, there's not really much you can kind of do with it, you know? It's, like, the movie should have been a warning to not touch it, right?
Yeah.
They're really spooky.
Yay.
And he's dead. Don't let me play.
Yeah, he seems very sinister.
There's actually a good video on YouTube where it's someone he's like he recuts the Cat in the Hat through the lens of a horror movie, where he's like, actually, this is a psychological horror movie. It's like, actually, it kind of makes sense. So yeah, look, it wasn't a great segment. It just kind of sum up exactly what you were saying, Lisa, where it goes wrong. So this is Dead and Shoulders.
Okay. And after this one's about.
And after getting decapitated by flying his box kite, Bart is surgically attached to Lisa's body in order to extend it. Yeah. So here we go.
But they already did that, didn't they? But Homer
Simpsons
and
did it.
Burns.
Simpsons did it.
Homer and Burns in a Treehouse of Horror. Did they get attached together?
Yeah, at the end to save Homer's life.
Yeah.
Or to save Mr. Burns' life.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't realize Bart would be so into kites.
Yeah. Oh, Milhouse.
Oh, no. Oh, well, that's not going to end well, Bart.
Oh, I hope that doesn't fly into an electricity pylon.
Oh, there's Artie Pie.
In the sky! When's my time, Kent? When's my time?
Oh, Jesus. There we go.
Oh!
That's horrifying.
Simpsons already did it. It's been done.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm okay with this. All the germs.
And he's already been a twin, you know what I mean, with Hugo, so he's already been attached. Detached.
We think we've seen this too much, or
yeah. Fourth wall.
Yeah, it's gross.
Oh, that sounded sore.
Yeah, that sounded nasty.
His face. Spitting out the imaginary tea. Oh, I want to see Homer's. Oh,
horseradish.
Shock. Oh, okay. Or boys attached to girls.
Derivative and repetitive. Oh man, Bart can't even get a break, even as a head.
Oh.
Ralph gets the line of the episode.
That's obscure. Aww. Aww. Okay.
Oh no.
Ah, I see where this could go. Dun dun dun. Ah, yes, the old Napian.
Mixins. Oh. Brilliant. I'm pretty sure this would kill Bart too, to be fair.
Yeah, like they're attached to the one set of organs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Relatable.
Hitting them with the bag. Yeah, I think you both die, Bart.
Aww. Oh!
Oh, at least it's on Krusty. Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't great either.
Freaks, no geek. Oh, is this based on Todd Browning's
Freaks? Yeah.
Burnsham and Bailey. So P.T. Barnum maybe reference. The lion's wearing the hat.
So the setup here is at a 1930 circus, the self-serving strongman Homer gets his lover Marge to marry Moe after learning the Emerald Ring is inherited from his mother on the deathbed. Yeah,
that's very specific.
Very specific. The happy Harlequin.
Stop this Hitler guy.
Oh no. Homer's in decent shape there.
Yeah. It's probably the most in shape he will ever be. Oh. Oopsie daisies. Miniature Marvels, the Appalachian Spring.
The Human Donkey. Terrifying callback. Oh, there's Kang and Kodos. We haven't seen them yet, have we?
No.
Oh, we haven't seen them, yeah. Not the dark.
Circus whiskey.
Smo. So I think this is literally just the plot of Freaks, and also you're a fan of American Horror Story, aren't you?
I actually haven't. It's still on the watch list. I haven't got around to it yet.
Yeah,
because there's just so much in it. I'm like, oh god, where do I start?
But I was the same, right? And I think like anyone who's on the fence definitely watch American Horror Story. It's not always great, but it's the first, second, and third are really strong, and then it kind of hits and miss. But the circus one is pretty much just this. And that's probably what they're going for. But it's based on Freaks, the movie from years and years ago.
That's a great movie, but very, very upsetting.
It is extremely upsetting. But I would say definitely watch American Horror Story. Like and if obviously there's loads to watch. It's all on Netflix as well, which
it is. Yeah, no, it's all on the list. Like it's just so many seasons and so many kind of different themes per season.
But they're all the same actors as well.
Are they though?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, like not anymore thanks to Evan Peters and Emma Roberts. I think they had a thing. I know they can't be in the same season or in the same thing or something like that. But anyway, but earlier on, yeah, they're all the same all the same actors.
Yeah.
But the first couple of seasons are great. Particularly 1 to 3 are like fantastic.
Yeah.
Circus not so much, but it is what it is. So here we go. Mo has been wooed.
They're the pinheads.
It's
kind
funny.
of a throwback to Binky and Bongo, the original Matt Groening comic strips.
He took the words right out of my mouth. I think that's exactly what they were going for. Yeah, because that's what the reason why Marge has the hair. Apparently, she's supposed to be revealed in the second season that she had big ears, like rabbit's ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is literally the plot of Circus, American Horror Story. Yeah.
I think I have seen this episode before, and I remember thinking this is really specific. Not simple though. Hearken up to my veins.
Poor Barney.
How does he have keys? Why does he have keys? Disgustos. Super freak.
Oh, throwback to the Y2K one. There we go. There's proper reference to the movie Freaks.
Bananas.
It's kind of weird. Poison. It's weird, right? I've noticed this in a few of the other ones as well. Homer and Marge either covering up a murder or being involved in a murder is in a lot of the more recent ones.
Yeah.
It's weird. It seems like they really like to go back to that well a lot as well. Oh, they're gonna turn him into a freak.
Oh. They don't even know themselves. Mr. Teeny! Oh no, poor Burnsome. Oh! His drumsticks.
Literally, this happens in American Horror Story too.
Oh, okay.
And that's oh, nice little How I Met Your Mother reference. World's strongest duck. Amazing.
Oh. So things turned out well for him then by becoming a freak.
Well, there we go, guys. There we go. Yeah, so that's everything we have for the watch along, guys. Thanks very much for joining us.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it and took your mind off things, as it were.
Yeah.
You know, like it's weird because we were like, oh, what would we do? Because we haven't done a show in a little while. We'll be getting back to them normal now, and didn't want to like not do something for Halloween. So I'm glad we did this. We've tried to do this every year, I suppose. 'Cause it was a lot of fun.
This should be our like Treehouse of Horror where we do this every year.
Absolutely. But I want to thank everyone who joined in the chat. Everyone who commented. Everyone who commented, guys, email us nerdtoknowmedia@gmail.com and I'll send you out a Steam key as thanks. And yeah, again,
you get a Steam key. You get a Steam key. You get a Steam key.
And I'll try to make it a good game as well. So yeah, nerdtoknowmedia@gmail.com. Everyone who chatted in there as well. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. There's a new show pretty much every day of the week. Now, yeah, we stream on Twitch, we stream on YouTube. And Lisa, what do you want to plug before we get the heck out of here?
Oh, okay. So the latest episode of the Straight Outta Canto podcast radio show, episode 20, that's the Halloween special, that is live right now over on the Nerd to Know Media Spotify podcasting platforms. That's really cool. We have Spooky Boy Thomas Quill guesting with us on that. We give does anybody like Goosebumps? Remember Goosebumps from the 90s?
Are amazing.
Yes! Orwell Stein, me and Thomas go through the TV shows and the books, and then of course it would be Straight Outta Canto with some creepy Pokemon and some creepy Japanese urban legends in there too. So episode 20, Halloween special.
Lisa's been busy. I have not. So actually, we do have the rewind is coming back. We're going to tape it in a little bit, probably go live. But yeah, again, show's going back to normal next week. I think we took some time off. My internet died, so we've been trying to deal with that.
Did it die or did your dad kill it?
My dad killed it. He nuked it from orbit by changing our service provider and all that stuff. But now it's fine. So yeah, we'll be back to normal. But Lisa, great work as always. I've enjoyed the show.
You too, Darragh. Definitely you too.
Yeah, and we'll be back next week, guys. Not at this time. This is a rarity, but we stream every Wednesday of Nerd to Know Media at 9 p.m. guys. So look, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. The guys who are in the chat, please do email us so we can give you your Steam key. We'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.